And I thought this new year would be a great opportunity to explain how I'm feeling about dating right now in more detail.
Did that go the way you thought it was going to go?
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah, but you chose those guys.
What do you want to be for Halloween? Yours?
All right, so it's been brought to my attention that what I wear to the school pickup line is wildly inappropriate. So, I sat there and I was thinking, it's 2024. New year, new me, new energy. We're going to mix it. We're going to start wearing t-shirts. It's what all the other moms do, and I'm going to hop on the bandwagon. So, we are headed to the school pickup line. Well, I feel fairly certain that I'll be getting a call from the school today, and it is not for the Mother of the Day award. In
Who could have thought?
fact, it would be for the "Ma'am, are you really dropping your son off at school at 7:30 in the morning drunk" award.
What would you do if I randomly got in your passenger seat?
Hell no.
I had somebody beg to take me on a date, and it needed to be ASAP. Scheduled it for tomorrow. Found somebody to watch my daughter. Just canceled on me.
Yeah, those are the risks of being a single mom. Maybe he found somebody that is single, that isn't a mom.
If a man wants to be with you, he's going to make it happen. If he's not making it happen, he doesn't want it that bad.
I used to believe this too. Then I realized it was incredibly self-centered and just not a very compassionate way to view things. The reason why my beliefs on this changed were because I became a single mom. And that, if you know, it's crazy. Trying to balance work, trying to stay in shape, trying to eat well, trying to spend time with your kids. They also need to be taken care of. Making sure everything is good with work. And then friends and family on top of that, staying in communication with important people in your life, mental health problems, PTSD, girl. All of these things I have on my plate just make it so even when I really like a guy, sometimes I just don't have the bandwidth, and that's just the truth. Like realistically, even if I really liked a guy right now, I wouldn't have the bandwidth for a relationship.
Yeah, guys, that's why I tell you to stay away from single mothers, because you're not the priority. You will never be the priority in her life. Plus, she doesn't have time for you.
And what it takes for a relationship. It's not that I wouldn't want to, I want that, but things in my life are just chaotic and crazy right now. Even if Pedro Pascal himself showed up right now, realistically, I could not do that.
I don't know who that is.
We're single moms. We're gonna be in our PJs past noon.
We're gonna have snacks stashed in our purse.
We're gonna fall asleep on you, but also wake up before you.
We're single moms. We're gonna have food in our hair.
Guys, is this an ad for single mothers or am I crazy?
Time to time.
And toys in our tote bags.
We're gonna have games on our phones.
We're gonna have wipes.
Wipes in our cars.
Wipes in our purse.
Wipes on our desk.
Wipes everywhere, just in case you need to clean your hands.
We're single moms. We'll also have hand sanitizer for when we run out of wipes.
The non-toxic kind, of course.
We're going to say be there in 5 minutes. But that means 30.
We're single moms. Sorry, that was actually my daughter that texted you back, not me.
If you are...
Oh my god. They're not really making a case why you should date single mothers.
a single mom and you want to marry up and marry hypergamously, this video is for you, okay? Now, I've nannied for a while and I've seen different dynamics, and I want to warn you, it's a lot easier for a man to bring in previous children from a previous marriage, or children from a previous marriage, and have the woman accept those kids and love those kids as if they were her own. It's not the same for men, okay?
Yeah, that's true. Because as a guy, I don't know, it's something intrinsic within us. It's like, you know, it's not your kid. It's something, I don't know, it's part of evolution.
A lot of men can fake that they like your child, like not even love your child, like your child. And when you guys get married and he has his own kid with you, that's when you can clearly see the favoritism.
This is gonna hurt to say, but I just found out that I'm the problem. So I'm currently going through a divorce and I'm doing a lot of self-reflecting. I realize that I fall in love with the idea or the potential in somebody versus who they are in that moment. And I get upset when they are who they are and not who I wish that they would be, or...
Yeah, a lot of women do that. They see the potential in a guy. And maybe that guy doesn't want to do what she thinks in her head that that guy should do. And then the problems start.
Hoped they could be or what the vision I thought of us being, and that doesn't become true, I then get hurt because I fantasized a life that's not.
Yeah, they all want the Disney fairy tale, and when that doesn't happen, and they see that life is hard, especially when you're married, especially when you have kids, then they look for somebody else because they're not happy, they're bored, they're
not reality, and that's not okay. With my divorce, there were red flags about my ex-husband from when we were dating, and when I look back on them, I see them now, but
yeah, guys, I get a lot of messages like this from women. Oh, but he lied to me. Oh, he did that, he did this. Nobody can lie 24/7. You saw the red flags from the start, but you ignored them. And now you're complaining that you got hurt, you got this, you got that. It's the same with men. You can't say, oh, but she did that, she did that, she did that. Yeah, okay, I get it. But it's your fault because you didn't know how to choose the right woman. Oh, but the right woman doesn't exist. Yes, they exist. They're very rare, but they exist. If that woman didn't see you as a leader, didn't see you as the best she could have, of course she did that. If you don't want to get hurt, if you don't want to get robbed of your money, you should know how to vet a woman properly. That's why I'm doing videos like this. That's why. So take accountability as a woman and as a man. You chose that guy, that woman, it doesn't matter. You chose them. You chose to be with them.
Dismiss them. What got me thinking about this is that I recently connected with an old friend from high school, and we had lunch, and I was expecting it to be very awkward, and it wasn't. Like, I was expecting us to have lunch for an hour. I think it was closer to like 2.5 maybe. It was a great time and I really enjoyed it, but as we were sitting down and talking, I started fantasizing about the what ifs, and what he was telling me, it's not anything that I would want to hear. The things that he was sharing, it would.
Yeah, you guys go on a date with a woman, and if she's good looking for you in your eyes and you hadn't had much attention from women lately, it doesn't matter. You see the red flags and you dismiss them. You forget everything I tell you and you just go with it. You'll see what happens. We'll fix it. You can't fix somebody. You can't change somebody unless they want to change. So if you see the red flags, just back off. I know it's hard. I know that you risk maybe being alone forever. But what can you do? You want to get married and then get divorced and then not see your children and then lose all your money? Is that better? Is that better than seeing the red flags from the start? Is that really better? Let me know down in the comments.
It left a sour taste in my mouth, yet I was still trying to fantasize about what if. Maybe it's just because it's with this person. Like I said, I'm going through a divorce. I'm 26 years old. I'm a mother of 3, and I don't have my shit together yet. It's been a month since all of this started happening, but I don't want a project. I know that eventually I will have my shit together, and I want someone who's going to better me, not somebody that I see potential in. I want somebody who is their full self, their healed self, their just someone who is just amazing.
Yeah, you want somebody that has already everything figured out. I get it. But how can you want somebody like that if you don't have your life figured out? If you don't have your shit together? How can you expect Prince Charming to just come into your life and have everything fixed and have his money and everything, and then just try to help you along, try to make you better? Why? Because you don't have everything that he has. Maybe you still have issues. Maybe you don't have it together financially. Maybe you don't have anything together. You don't have your life figured out. Plus, you're a single mother. But you expect Prince Charming to have everything figured out. That's... You have to do more self-reflecting, in my opinion.
And I can't allow myself to continue to fall for the idea of what they could be, and I need to learn to fall for who they actually are.
Hey, so I've never really touched on this, but I'm going to, because I mean, why not?
Okay?
Yeah. Dating now is just I can't even. You're talking, there's situationships, there's a bunch of different names. I can't keep up. No one told me any.
I can't keep up. I really can't. I need to look up certain stuff because it feels like each month something new appears, a new word that I've never heard about it before.
This before I dove back in. I have not been single since 2014. So it's a long time, guys. Men are just different. Like, they can't be verbal and tell you things they want. They just disappear like a ghost. If you're gonna ghost, stay gone. Like, don't come back. No, thank you. No, thank you. And I can't keep up. Like, if someone could let me know what's appropriate and what's not, because I am failing horribly. And I just don't know what to do anymore. It's like, if you're too honest, they don't like it. But if
it's the same problem that men have. It's the same. Most men don't know how to talk to women. Don't know what to say, don't know what's appropriate to say.
You don't talk that much, they don't like it. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? Someone tell me, drop in my DMs and tell me what I'm doing wrong. That would be helpful, cuz I'm so confused, you guys. I need help.
I'm gonna do big sis tips for dating as a single mom. Okay, are you ready? Inconsistency, bye-bye. See, I don't understand that. You're not speaking. We don't speak the same language, okay? If the plan is not in advance, I will not be attending. Thanks. Before we even get to a date, you have to have a phone call to screen your match. There
are so many demands, and she's a single mother.
So many crazy people out there. You need to think of yourself as a recruiter. You're not getting an in-person interview without a phone call. And you don't get the job without a good resume. And I reserve the right to block your number at any time with no explanation. Thanks. People like this make me laugh because I'm like, if you don't want to date me, or if you don't want to date a woman that has children, that is fine. And that's a personal preference. I'm not offended if somebody doesn't want to date me because I have a child. That just means they're not for me.
It's not only that you have a child, it's the way that you talk. It's the list of demands that you have.
You can't make me feel insecure because I'm single and have a child. And my hashtags are dating as a single mother.
Yeah, guys, let me just tell you about hashtags. I was researching videos for single mothers, and on TikTok you can type in hashtags like single mothers dating. Like every 3 or 4 videos of single mothers talking about dating and everything like that, you could see a young guy like in his 20s making videos for single mothers because they know they have success with single mothers.
So if a man misses that, or misses my daughter plastered all over my page, he's not even smart enough to get a date with me. So I guess everyone's okay in this situation, except you. Oh my god, I posted a video about dating as a single mom and all of the ugly men are coming out of the woodwork. And I mean ugly personalities, because most of them don't have the confidence to have a real display picture. But I think what makes most of them mad, other than the fact that I probably make more money than them and wouldn't look their way in real life, is that...
Can you see? It's not the fact that only she's a single mother, it's how she talks. What man would want a woman like that? I don't get it. I don't get it. It must be a man that doesn't have a brain.
I'm a single mom and I'm confident.
I have been a single mom for all of 2 years, and I have to say, I hate it here. I don't hate being a mom. I don't hate having kids, but I hate the fact that I only had 2 options. Either stay in an unhealthy, dysfunctional relationship or do it all on my own. And see, when I was a stay-at-home...
Or you could have chosen a better man to be your baby daddy. That's an option. Am I crazy, guys? I don't think I'm crazy. That was an option from the start. Or not have a kid with a guy that you can't trust, a guy that won't be there. It's, I don't know. The world is crazy, guys.
Mom, I did the cooking, the cleaning. I was a primary person in charge of taking care of the children. And here I thought that was a totally different category than being a working mom. As a working mom, I'm literally still doing all of the same stay-at-home mom shit, just on a different schedule. But now with the added mental stress load of how do I pay every bill by myself? And that's not even the part that frustrates me.
Yeah, You make a mistake, you have to pay for it. Now it's a lot harder when you're a single mom. Why didn't you think about that before becoming a single mother? I don't know how people just become parents just like this. I don't get it. I would have to vet and vet and vet and vet a woman to become a parent. It's crazy. I can't even imagine how can you just get in a relationship and have a kid and then decide, oh, that's not the guy I want to stay with, so I'll be a single mother, and then complain on TikTok how hard it is to be a single mother. I get it. It's probably very hard. It's probably very hard. But why didn't you think about that before having a kid? I don't know how people are not thinking logically. That's why the world it is how it is today, because people don't think.
The kicker is that this is culturally normal and even embraced, that if you're a single mom, you're just gonna struggle and that's it. Like, I could be on the brink of a mental breakdown, literally underwater, telling people like, I do not know how to make this better, and someone will ask me, what's wrong, are you okay? No, I'm not. And the response is, well, you know, it's hard out here for everybody. And I get it. We all have our challenges. We're all going through our own struggles. But why is it culturally normal for this to be the only other option?
Why is it culturally normal to know that as a single mother you will struggle, but to not vet a man properly before having a kid with him? Why? I don't get it.
Like, at this point, I'm about to start dating other moms to see who wants to co-mother together. Because the fact that we're all just isolated, but going through the same exact challenges at the same time, just feels ridiculous.
Okay guys, so in case you don't know, from now on, at the end of each video, I will respond to two questions, the top two questions from the previous video. So let's start with the first one. Question: what about those of us who are Christian or other religions that place a high value on marriage and making marriage work? Too risky? No, I don't think it's too risky, but you have to know how to vet a woman properly. You have to know if your values align, if she's Christian or whatever religion you are, if she votes the same as you, if she has the same political views as you. That's why I do videos like this, so you can see the red flags. If she has TikTok, that's a red flag from the start, guys. You shouldn't, in my opinion, you shouldn't date anybody that makes TikToks, or anybody that has a TikTok and is listening to advice from women on TikTok. Because as you can see, guys, there are lots and lots of single women, single mothers that are giving advice about dating, about all that stuff, but all their relationships, all their marriages have failed. So that's not good. Yeah, in my opinion, it's not too risky, but you should know how to vet a woman properly. It depends how she is, how she responds to certain stuff, to certain situations. Does she hide things from you? Is she honest? It depends. It depends on you, my guy. It depends on you taking charge and asking the hard questions and trying to see exactly who she is, why she wants to marry you, everything. If you're afraid to ask the hard questions, in my opinion, you won't get very far. Okay, let's go to the second question. My question is, what red-pilled you? Most dudes I know got red-pilled. Were you always red-pilled or did something happen? No, I wasn't always red-pilled. As a young guy, I was stupid. I told you I was engaged 2 times. And I was engaged with 2 women that I had nothing in common with. I wasn't compatible with. I didn't know how to vet them. I didn't know anything. I just saw that they were hot, and that's it. I was 23. I was stupid as a rock. And fortunately enough, I was smart enough not to get married. because if I got married, but I was smart enough not to get married, and I saw that those relationships didn't work. And I don't know, I just, because maybe I got out so much and I talked to a lot of women, I got red pilled on all by myself. But of course, when I started looking on YouTube at the red pill stuff, like 90% of the stuff they were saying I already knew, but I just didn't know the terminology. I didn't know certain stuff were called this and that, and I didn't know the terms and everything like that. But like 90% of the stuff they were talking about, I already knew. Okay, guys, so if you have any questions, let me know in the comments, and hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one.